When we think of lead poisoning, we imagine polluted cities, factories, and the dark side of industrialization. But what if I told you that lead, one of the most toxic elements known to humanity, has been with us for millions of years? Recent studies on fossilized teeth of ancient hominids reveal a shocking truth. Our ancestors, long before civilization, before cities, even before modern humans, were already being poisoned by lead. And here's the twist: this ancient exposure to poison may have actually influenced how our brains evolved. Yes, the very element that damages brain cells might have quietly helped shape human intelligence. Let's dive into this incredible story where science, evolution, and a bit of ancient chemistry come together. Fossilized teeth are like nature's black box. They record everything an organism goes through: nutrition, illness, even environmental toxins. Each layer of enamel is built year by year like the rings of a tree, and within those microscopic layers lie traces of the chemicals our ancestors were exposed to. Using advanced laser ablation and mass spectrometry, scientists have now detected tiny amounts of lead isotopes trapped inside the enamel of teeth that belong to ancient hominids living in East Africa about 2 million years ago. Think about that. 2 million years before humans invented metal tools, our ancestors already carried traces of a neurotoxic metal in their bodies. So where did it come from? Not from factories or gasoline, but from nature itself. In volcanic regions like the Great Rift Valley, groundwater and soil naturally contain heavy metals like lead. Early humans likely drank this water, ate plants growing in this soil, or hunted animals that had ingested these toxins. In other words, they were accidentally consuming lead long before pollution even existed. To understand why this is so fascinating, we need to look at what lead actually does inside the body, especially inside the brain. Lead mimics calcium, a key element in nerve signaling. So when it enters the bloodstream, it sneaks into places where calcium is supposed to go, especially neurons. Once inside, lead interferes with the way brain cells communicate. It disrupts neurotransmitters, slows down electrical signals, and damages developing brain tissue. In children, this leads to lower IQ, learning difficulties, and behavioral issues. In adults, it causes fatigue, poor memory, and even aggression. So logically, you'd expect that ancient hominids exposed to lead might have suffered serious cognitive problems. They should have been weaker, less intelligent, or less likely to survive. But here's where things get truly surprising. Despite living in naturally toxic environments, our ancestors survived and thrived, which raises a strange and exciting question. Did ancient lead exposure actually force the evolution of resilience, and in doing so, help shape the modern human brain? When scientists compared fossils from different species like Paranthropus boise, Homo erectus, and early Homo sapiens, they noticed something remarkable. Some species showed clear signs of stress in their teeth, disrupted growth layers, indicating malnutrition or toxin exposure. But in early Homo sapiens, those signs were less severe. It appeared that our direct ancestors were more resistant to lead toxicity than their close relatives. How could that happen? Evolution always favors survival. In populations where lead exposure was common, individuals with genetic advantages that helped them handle toxins would have survived better and pass those traits on. Over generations, this might have led to biological adaptations, enhanced detoxification proteins, better metal binding enzymes, or neurons that repaired more efficiently. Essentially, humans may have evolved to become less sensitive to environmental metals. That's not just survival, that's biochemical evolution in action. It's easy to think of pollution as something modern, but Earth itself has always been a natural polluter. Volcanoes spew metals and gases into the atmosphere. Rain carries those metals into rivers and groundwater. Rocks weather and release lead into soil. In regions like East Africa's Rift Valley or South Africa's cave systems, these natural processes created lead-rich ecosystems, invisible but dangerous. And our ancestors lived right in the middle of them. They weren't mining or smelting, they were just living off the land. Yet every sip of water, every bite of root or meat might have carried tiny traces of a neurotoxin. The same environment that challenged their biology also drove their adaptation, pushing evolution in unexpected directions. Here's where science meets speculation, but in a fascinating way. We know that lead damages brain development. But what if, over thousands of generations, small, repeated exposures trained our biology to become more resistant? That kind of constant stress might have encouraged stronger repair mechanisms in neurons, more efficient calcium regulation, or greater metabolic flexibility in the brain. It's a bold idea, but consider this. Throughout history, evolution has often turned stress into strength. Exposure to sunlight strengthened our skin pigments. Exposure to pathogens strengthened our immune systems. So perhaps, just perhaps, Exposure to environmental toxins helped strengthen our brain's resilience, a paradoxical thought that poison itself might have helped forge the mind. Today, lead poisoning is still a global health problem. Millions of people, especially children, are exposed through old water pipes, contaminated soil, or industrial waste. Even though we've banned leaded fuel and paints, the problem persists, especially in developing regions. By studying ancient fossils, we might uncover genetic or biochemical clues that explain why some people are more vulnerable than others today. Understanding how our ancestors coped could help us develop better protection strategies. From medical treatments to public health policies, it's not just history, it's evolution guiding modern medicine. The story of lead and humanity is a paradox. A toxic metal that harms the mind may have quietly shaped it. For millions of years, our ancestors lived in a world filled with invisible dangers, and through those challenges, evolution sculpted a brain capable of thought, creativity, and awareness. Maybe intelligence was not just born from curiosity, but also from resilience, from surviving the poisons of the earth itself. Because sometimes, even the deadliest elements in nature are the ones that make us human.